Hi, welcome to Burlington College Presents again. My name's Nate Taves. I'm again presenting to you, the viewers at large, the next in our series of students that are here to talk about their work. Our only guest for this episode is Ashley LAROSE. Welcome, Ashley.
Hi, thanks.
Now, you're a photography major, as I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, prior to this, we were sitting in the, I'll call it a green room. That's essentially what it is in stage terms, but green room, waiting for this. And you said that you do photography, and the majority of your photography has been portraits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I had asked you, I think, about the landscapes and stuff, and you said you don't really do that.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason, or just?
Well, landscapes for me, like, to be honest, like, they're just kind of boring. Not that I don't think, like, landscape photography can't be beautiful. It's just for me to do it personally. Like, it just looks like a snapshot of, like, a tree or a mountain or a cow in a field. So I have more of a connection when I have, like, a person in front of me. So I like to work off of that sort of energy instead of being in nature, I guess you could say.
So rather than being in nature, you're, like, trying to capture somebody's...
Yeah, like, whether it's, like, a physical trait or if I'm trying to get, like, a personality, or sometimes it'll be more of, like a conceptual thing where it's not really about the person, but, like, the concept of the image. It's what I like to try to get in my subjects.
I'd hate to ask this next question, but I will. And this may sound like ego to the viewers, and to you, I'm not sure, but if you were to do a picture of me, which I'm not suggesting, I hate having a picture taken, but if you were, what would you try to capture, if anything, based on what you see right now?
Probably more personality, because that's what I try to go for more than, like, more than anything else. Like, even if it was, like I said, conceptual, I still like to get the person in there. So definitely personality, and I don't know, yeah.
Okay. On our last episode, Anthony Green was our guest. You may not have seen that episode yet, or
No.
you may have, I'm not sure. But he and I got into this conversation on his first video. Let me look back at the old notes. And Caught Up in a Mirror 1, I guess it was, on photography and or camera work in general, and how some people, I guess Amish and Native Americans are the two that were specifically named, feel that it kind of takes away a part of your soul, or a part of you dies when your picture is taken. Do you feel any truth in that? Or?
Me, not so literally, but you do definitely take a moment away with you. Like, I don't, yeah.
A moment in some cases that you'll never get back?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is freezing a moment in time, whether there's action going on in the frame or not. Like, I never really researched more of what that concept is of, like, a piece of yourself is, like, taken away, like when somebody takes a picture. It's very interesting, but I do believe that you're freezing a moment in time, and it is yours as well as the subjects. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I never really thought about it.
That's funny. Neither have I.
Yeah.
And it was stuck in my mind from the last episode because I said I had to go look it up. And shame on me, I didn't. But I'll get to it eventually. Just got to get through my other shows.
Yeah.
But we'll hear some resolution to that at some point, I'm sure. But as I asked Anthony, now I know because he's got multiple bodies of work. Yours is mainly photography, as I understand.
Yep.
Now, I'm guessing you have more than one DVD of your work or one slideshow of your work.
Well, today I just have one slideshow, but I do have an extensive body of work that...
A portfolio,
yeah,
if we
portfolio,
will.
yeah. That I've been working on for, it seems like years now. But, yeah.
That was one of the other things she said to me in the, again, we'll call it the green room. But you'd said that you have been doing photography for about 8 years, give or take, and that for about 3 to 4 of those, so about half, you've been actually taking it seriously.
Yeah, I started photographing in high school. It was just a course that we could take, and I really liked it. And then I went to my first college, and that second semester I took another black and white course and realized I liked it again, but didn't really, you know, I was originally a drawing and painting major, so that was like my focus, was like the drawing and painting. And then
and that segued into...
Yeah, I had to actually leave Plattsburgh. It was the first school that I went to, and I actually went home for a little bit and was going to a community college, and again was taking another darkroom course. And I don't know why or how, but it just hit me one day when I was in the darkroom just developing pictures for an assignment that we had to do. I had my friend Danielle, she was the model for me for my project, and I just remember being above the tray and seeing the image, you know, come to life, and it just kind of hit me where I was just like, oh, this is what I want to do. So ever since then, and that was about 3 or 4 years ago by now, so ever since then, photography's been my main focus and like my passion, and just trying to do everything that I can to make it happen.
Kind of get through that way. Kind of just get through that way.
Yeah.
Now, I know that this next question is almost unforgivable to ask, so I'll try to be as diplomatic about it as I possibly can.
Okay.
You mentioned back in high school you started dabbling in painting and picture taking. Can you give us some idea of your age, I guess?
Oh, in high school? I was, what grade was I in? I believe I was a junior, so I was around, I don't know, 15, 16. Is that how old juniors usually are?
I believe so,
yeah.
Well, I was 17 when I graduated.
Yeah, I think I was too. But yeah, I was around 15 or 16. And I had always, like, ever since like a little kid, I was always like drawing and painting. So I thought that's what I was going to be, was like the painter. But it turned out to be the exact opposite.
Something a bit different, huh? Well, it's not too much of, I don't think, it's not too much of a step between painting and picture taking photography.
Well, it's funny because when I was painting and drawing, like I was still doing the same stuff though. It was portraits, like that's all I really drew and painted was portraits. So the medium changed, but the subject hasn't, which actually I haven't really thought about all that much until I just said it right now, so.
Does that give you any ideas to start branching off, or?
I don't know. It seemed like, it's not that because some people could say, like, that jump from, like, drawing and painting to photography, it's like, oh, well, to photograph a person is easier than to paint them or draw them. I mean, given...
Well, I think it depends on kind of the way in which you do it.
Yeah.
If you're doing it in a studio,
yeah.
And you got all the lights and stuff that you have to set up, no, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But if you're doing what most people call photography, of just like, oh, look, movie star.
Oh, yeah, like paparazzi, yeah. Oh, God.
How do you feel about the paparazzi versus what you're doing?
Oh, God. Well, I mean, like...
I hate to ask that question.
I mean, I'm sure there's paparazzi out there. They're obviously photographers. They've got, you know, $1,000 cameras that they're using. But, like, they're just, they're awful. They're awful. Like, what they do, like... I know, and they're probably doing it because they need money. Like,
or they just want more of it.
Yeah, like, I mean, we all got to do things to pay rent, so I'm sure there's paparazzi out there that, you know, have bodies of work separate from trying to send in a picture of Britney Spears to In Touch magazine, so, I mean...
You would hope so, anyway.
Yeah, I would hope that they have, like, a little bit of integrity to, like, actually create something instead of just... buying a $3,000 camera so they can get somebody's, like,
personal
I don't know, like a nipple slip or something coming out of a limousine, like.
Or an upskirt, as
yeah,
they call
exactly.
them, yeah.
It's just that kind of photography is bullshit, personally.
No, I agree. The other ones, have you ever seen these on the newsstands, like Inquirer or
Oh yeah.
any of those? Yeah, there's one photograph that stuck with me, and it was clearly photoshopped, but it was back in 1998, shortly before Frank Sinatra died. That's one of the things you come to learn about me, is I love Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack and stuff. But back when he was 82, they had a photograph of him, and it was on a bed. He had, like, hospital monitors and stuff, you know, the heart monitors and whatnot. And it's, you know, said Frank Sinatra's Brave Last Days on it. And in the same magazine, it was the Princess Di story, because that had just happened, kind of thing. So it was like one of the last things that we saw of Sinatra before his actual passing in the hospital. But the thing that always scared me was that, like, they seemed to had some sort of way of knowing which way he was going to go. And so I'm wondering, do you think that photographs can ever, like, be a predictory thing, or?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm sure they can be. I can't really think of a specific example. But yeah, I'm not really sure.
You'll notice I'll stop. I would
have to sit on that one a little bit longer. That's an interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting question.
Well, how about we let you sit on that while we take a look at some of your photographs.
Okay.